Welcome back to Chapter 2 of our series, Tax Basics. Keep more of what you earn. In this episode, titled W-2 Employee Strategies, Deductions You're Missing, we're going to uncover some valuable deductions and credits that many W-2 employees overlook. So if you're ready to maximize your tax savings, let's dive in. About 12 million Americans qualify for a special tax break for savers, and almost all of them leave it on the table. You might be one of them. Picture your paycheck. Same job, same salary, but a few quiet boxes checked differently, and your tax bill drops for years. Roughly 90% of people who qualify for some of the best employee tax breaks never fully use them. Not because they're lazy or bad with money, but because most of the decisions happen quietly in HR portals and onboarding packets you clicked through years ago. The tax code didn't just strip away a bunch of classic write-offs after 2017. It quietly moved a lot of the good stuff upstream, into your payroll settings, open enrollment choices, and one-page forms your employer highly recommends but doesn't really explain. Instead of hunting for obscure receipts in March, the real leverage now is in how you set things up in January, or the next time HR sends that benefits update email you usually ignore. Think of it like batch cooking your taxes. A few smart ingredients prepped once can keep your bill lower all year, with almost no extra effort afterward. Here's the twist most W-2 earners miss. The best moves rarely show up as deductions on a tax form. They happen months earlier as quiet elections, limits, and checkboxes. Think less about hunting for write-offs and more about routing your income through smarter channels before it ever hits your checking account. This is where 401ks versus Roth options, HSAs versus regular health plans, and dependent care versus just paying out of pocket start to matter. Like choosing between tap water, filtered, or sparkling, the source is the same paycheck, but the downstream impact on your taxes is wildly different. Start with the levers that never touch your bank account. Every pre-tax dollar that disappears before payday is one you never have to wrestle with on a return. Health plans are a big one. If you're eligible for a high-deductible health plan plus a health savings account, that combo can quietly beat both a richer PPO and a traditional IRA for many people. HSA contributions skip federal income tax, skip payroll tax, and skip state tax in most places. And unlike a typical flexible spending account, the balance can roll forward forever and even be invested in funds once you've hit your plan's cash minimum. Used well, it's like running part of your retirement savings through a no tax at all on medical spending lane. Dependent care is another underused channel. If you pay for daycare, preschool, day camps, or after-school care so you can work, a dependent care FSA can let you route several $1,000s of that money pre-tax. If your employer offers it, the trick is timing. Elections usually lock in at open enrollment, and most plans only allow mid-year changes for life events, not, "I just learned this is smart." Beyond workplace benefits, there's a second layer, adjustments and credits that sit above the standard deduction. Student loan interest, certain moving costs for active duty military, alimony paid under older agreements, and some self-employment side gig expenses can all reduce income even if you never itemize. On the credit side, the lifetime learning credit can soften the blow of tuition and required course materials for you or a spouse, whether you're chasing a degree or just stacking job-related certificates. Then there's the state angle. If you live in one of the states that rewards 529 college savings contributions, you might get a state-level break even though nothing special happens on your federal return. The move there is coordination. Sometimes it's better for one spouse to claim all the contributions, or to stagger deposits across calendar years to stay under state caps. Think of this phase as doing a systems check on everywhere your money flows: employer portal, enrollment forms, loan servicers, and state programs. Each one has different rules, deadlines, and maximums, but once they're set, they keep working without you hunting for receipts every spring. A useful way to spot gaps is to trace specific life situations, not tax rules. Say you're juggling a full-time job and a weekend coding boot camp. That tuition might unlock a lifetime learning credit, but only if you paid out of pocket this year and your income isn't too high. Or you're paying a nanny so you can work a hospital night shift. Depending on how you pay them and what your employer offers, you might be leaving better than $1,000 on the table by using a casual Venmo arrangement instead of routing part of that cost through a formal childcare setup. Think about it like fine-tuning a medication dose. The drug is the same income, but how and where it enters the system changes the effect. A side gig reported properly could let you deduct a slice of your phone or home internet. A small retirement contribution might tip you into the saver's credit. Even switching who in a couple pays tuition or whose name is on a 529 contribution can change which credits or state perks actually show up on your return. Only 9% of eligible workers actually max out their HSA, and over 12 million people skip a saver's credit they qualify for. That's not a paperwork problem, that's a visibility problem. The next wave isn't more deductions, it's smarter defaults. Student loan payments triggering retirement matches, benefits that auto-adjust as your pay changes, and payroll apps nudging you like a weather alert when a small tweak could head off a storm at tax time. Your job shifts from hunting breaks to choosing which prompts to accept and when. Your challenge this week: pull your latest pay stub and benefits summary, then circle every line that shelters money before it reaches your checking account. Next, list big costs you already have: childcare, classes, medical bills, and ask, could any of this be rerouted through work or credits? You're not adding complexity, you're rearranging the shelves so the best discounts sit at eye level. This was Owl Up, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!